What's up, Knights of Vex? And I know what you guys are thinking. Vex, why aren't you posting a GAC video where you're getting all sweaty and try hard? Let me explain something to you guys. This past Grand Arena season, I was introduced and discovered to a mechanic that I wasn't very familiar with. I've gone my whole Swoga career not realizing this until this week, or even, was it last week? This Grand Arena season for 3v3. And guys, that has to do with the, let's call it, status effect known as Armor Shred. The one that has a red looking background. That's right, guys. Armor Shred is not considered a debuff. And this almost messed me up massively against the Evasion Smuggler level 6, where I went into a game plan where I was facing a Smuggler team with the Evasion level 6. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. I have a character that can apply Armor Shred. That should count as a debuff, right? It's a locked little red icon. Well, guess what, guys? Armor Shred is not a debuff, and we're going to talk about it today. So let's get into it. Alright, guys, so that is the lore of why this video is being created. I ended up with a GAC match where I thought Armor Shred would count as a debuff, and it ended up not counting as a debuff. And I want to do a little bit more digging, and I found out some stuff, guys, that I want to show you. But before we do, I want to get into the characters that do apply Armor Shred and what their purpose is, and the original character that actually introduced Armor Shred. Now, that character would be, to my knowledge, Sabine Wren. And Sabine Wren, on her first special, Dark Saber Strike, reads, deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict Armor Shred for the rest of the encounter, or the rest of the battle. When I think of the term inflict, guys, I'm thinking you're inflicting a debuff. Armor Shred is a red status icon that is locked that signifies a debuff. But in CG's logic, and I'm sure they've talked about it in the past, but it's been a while, Armor Shred is not classified as a debuff. And my question is to CG, why is it not classified as a debuff? You're inflicting Armor Shred. That should be inflicting a debuff, to my terminology. This isn't the only character that does that, guys. And there's also another one I want to talk about, which is kind of weird that this is considered a debuff, but Armor Shred is not. And that's going to be Moff Gideon, guys. Moff Gideon was super clutch this 3v3 season because of his unique, guys, which provides the debuff Demoralized. And this also reads, at the start of Moff Gideon's first turn of each encounter, he inflicts Demoralized. And all this is, guys, is putting a little locked red icon onto the enemy team that gives them a bunch of lower offensive stats. He's not inflicting anything, he's just taking his turn. So he is, in the text reads, he inflicts Demoralized on all enemies until they are defeated or until Moff Gideon is defeated. So it reads the same. This is an inflicting of a debuff. You're inflicting Demoralize, except you're not using any ability to give it off. You're just taking a turn. So the point is, guys, what is the terminology? Why is Armor Shred not considered a debuff when you're lowering the enemy's stats, just like the Moff Gideon's locked Demoralized? In my opinion, if an icon has a locked red mechanic or is red, that should signify a debuff. I don't think there's any other debuffs or locked red mechanics in this game that aren't considered a debuff. So guys, I want to show you what I'm talking about. We're going to get into Squad Arena. I want to show you guys something. I am very fortunate enough to work with my shardmate, Boba Bej, who has been my shardmate since one of the first days of this game. He's been playing this game as long as I have. So big shout out to this player for helping me out. They did put a Jabba team in arena with the Smuggler level 6, and they have 3 Smugglers in here, guys. So I just want to show you a test. We're going to go ahead and bring in Kenobi here. And this is exactly what happened to me in my 3v3 season. But I'm just going to show you for the 5v5, and we might not win this right away. But just a test, guys. We're going to go into the battle. Okay, so I'm going to try to play this optimally. It might get a little bit ugly because of the level 2 that they have. They have the light side max health one, which gets contract really fast. But we're just going to go ahead and get rid of Leia so we don't have to deal with this craziness. I just want to show you the core mechanics of this kit. So, like I said, right now, They have the Smuggler Evasion 6. They cannot be touched unless they have a debuff, right? So watch, for example, we'll do a Mass Swarm. Deflect, 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 right? That's normal. That's fine. So we're probably going to have to wait until Cat gets her second turn. So let's just start taking them down. We might have to get to Jabba because Cat might hit pretty hard with her Datacron. But we'll just try to get rid of Chrysanthemum as quickly as we can. Get to our ultimate. And then I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And this might be, you guys might not know this already, or you might not know this already. So if you take anything out of this video that you forgot or didn't realize that Armor Shred is a debuff, then I find this video to be a success. I just want to create also the discussion behind Armor Shred in general and how the color of icons and what they should represent. So let's go ahead and keep going, and eventually we'll get to the point where, I mean, they got contract pretty quick. Look at Nest on this team, guys. That's actually crazy. Well, hopefully we survive enough so that we can get to the test. Nest on this team is wacky. Alright, so we're probably going to one-shot them here. So we're going to have to wait until Jabba takes a turn and hopefully does not annihilate Cat. We're just going to go ahead and do this here. Almost down with the tank. We'll show you our example. I'm going to try here. He might get one shot again. Yeah, he's going to get one shot. We're going to have to wait until Jabba takes a turn to show you the true effects of what I'm talking about. So watch. None of these are going to... Well, that somehow hit. But none of these are hitting. Watch. Nothing. All evasion, right? Our Cat's about to take a turn. This should hit because this cannot be evaded. Now, look at this, guys. That's Armor Shred. That's a locked red icon. If you click on Armor Shred, it does read minus 25% defense per stack, cannot be dispelled or resisted, not a debuff. So it does explicitly label it as not a debuff. So my question is that why is the icon red? Red signifies debuff, negative, red, bad. Green represents good, buffs. Why is Armor Shred the only red icon in this game that is not a debuff? Is there a reason? Is it balancing purposes? That is my question, guys. It's very confusing to me. I'm thinking in Grand Arena, okay, there's a red icon, he's debuffed. None of these hits are going to matter. None of them are going to matter at all. And now you have to rely on Cat's second ability here. And sometimes you're not going to hit him enough. He's going to heal. You're not going to apply that heal immunity. So this could really mess you up. So I just want to create awareness, guys. I want to create awareness to the actual Armor Shred mechanic and what it actually is. Is it a status effect? Is it a debuff? What is it? What does it classify as? That is my question. These matchups are going to be very different now with Kenobi because now you're going to have to stall out Cat's big hit to get that one shot. And by the time that happens, he could eat Ahsoka and you're done. You're not going to win. So it's going to be RNG dependent. It's going to be a 1 in 5 chance of, okay, Padme's attack can't be evaded, but she's not going to one-shot him. So let's see. Is Jabba going to one-shot Cat or no? Look at that, guys. Now the match is over because we now can no longer hit Jabba. And that's why I want to create awareness for you guys that if you see a Smuggler level 6 on Jabba and you see a little tiny red icon for Armor Shred, it's not a debuff, guys. So my proposed change to fixing this is I think Armor Shred needs to change the color. The icon should be blue or something else to represent maybe neutral. No, Hondo is a neutral character and has that neutral color. Make Armor Shred a neutral color to signify that it's not a debuff, so it's less confusing for the player base, and it's more consistent with the lines of buffs, debuffs. Make it a neutral kind of tag. That would be my recommendation. I'm recommending blue, guys, for now, but I do think that a neutral-looking tag for Armor Shred would be the best. Make it way more easier for players to understand, and that's my proposed change. So, what would you guys rather have? That's kind of the question for today. Would you guys rather have Armor Shred be considered a debuff? Or would you rather them change the color to make it more easier to understand? I'd be fine with both. Armor Shred being a debuff would make sense. It would make continuity and just be more in line with the other colors. So that is definitely my proposed change, guys. And now I'm going to show you the Moff Gideon thing really quick because this was actually extremely helpful for 3v3, and it will definitely be helpful for 5v5 against this smuggler tag. So I'm just going to show you a quick example. We're not going to win this battle. They're probably going to get to contract really fast, but we will go in with a Moff Gideon team. Let's just go ahead and do this one for now. Demoralized is a unique ability that is given when Moff Gideon takes a turn. He's not inflicting anything with his abilities. He's just taking a turn. And he's like, see that right there, guys? That is Demoralized. This is a debuff, and it's a locked mechanic. Now, when we do this, we all are able to hit the Smuggler Lando because it's a debuff. So, this is good to know, guys. We're not going to win this battle, but the point of this video is to create discussion. And like I said before, what would you guys rather have? Would you rather have Armor Shred be a debuff? Would you rather it be considered not a debuff and change the color to make it more understandable and easier to concept, guys? That's my point. I'll be fine with either way, but I'm very curious to what you guys think. Please, please, please leave your comments in the comment section down below. And very, very curious to what you guys are going to say about this. Are you guys confused as well? Did you guys know about this? Did you guys know about this? Leave it all in the comment section below. And thank you guys for all tuning into this type of video. I know it's not a GAC video, but I thought it'd be a really good topic to discuss and get your guys' opinion. So if you guys did enjoy it, smash that like button. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel to become an Out of X. And I'll see you guys in the next video. May the Force be with you all.